There we go. Go for it.
Welcome to another edition of Nothing But the Truth. It's a channel where we deal with controversial questions regarding the Word of God, the Bible. Today we tackle an interesting question. Are all religions true? Are all religions true? I'm sure you've heard many people discuss or argue over which religion is true. And many people around the world actually believe that all religions are true. In fact, I've heard in a number of cases where people are having discussions around this or debates around this, where they say all roads lead to God. Now, is that true or false? That's what we are tackling in this edition of Nothing But the Truth. So here goes. One of the things we need to understand about truth is that truth is exclusive. In other words, there are many ways of being wrong and only a limited, if not one way of being true. Let's give an example. 2 plus 2 is 4. Now, there are many ways of being wrong to the question of 2 plus 2. 5 is one way of being wrong. 6 is another. 1,000, 4 million, and many, many other ways. There's an infinite number of ways you can be wrong, but only one way of being accurate and true. The answer to 2 plus 2 is 4, whether you are here in South Africa, in Japan, in the United States of America, anywhere. So truth is exclusive. And that's the reason why when we look at all the religions, especially when we're focusing on the major religions of the world, which Christianity, Hinduism, Buddhism, Islam, and Judaism, which one of those four is the true one? Indeed, they can all be false, but they cannot all be true. Why, you ask? Well, because in part, they don't all say the same thing. There's always a question, a follow-on question that says, don't they all preach or teach about peace, goodwill, and love for mankind? Well, some of them do, but not all of them teach those principles in the same way. For instance, if we take Islam as an example, I'm sure you know that it is in this particular faith that you hear of suicide bombers, people who strap themselves with explosives for whatever reason. They call it jihad, a religious war that is waged against those whom they believe are warring against Allah. So there is already a huge distinction or a huge difference between the Quran and the Bible when it comes to the teachings of what love is all about. Because in the Bible, Jesus teaches if someone slaps you on one side, you give them the other cheek. But in Islam, because of the teachings of the Quran and what the Prophet Muhammad's revelation was when it comes to that, there's a world of a difference. So you see, whilst most people think that most of the major religions are fundamentally the same and superficially different, it's actually the other way around. They are superficially the same, but fundamentally different. And I want to walk you through some of the major differences that will indicate to us that not all religions are true. Indeed, they can all be wrong, but they can't all be true.
Perfect. Hey.
So, okay, just pause that. Because